FinTech Nation! It is day 54, 16 days to go. It's 2 weeks and 2 days. That's... How many hours is that? That's... How many hours in a week? 168 hours in a week. So 2 weeks, that's 336 hours. Then let's add 2 days to that, so 48. So it's 384 hours, right? 384 hours. Well, actually less than that because we're already into this day, right? Is that right? Something like that. Let's say 384 hours. Put that put that in your timer on your phone and let that click away. Maybe that will be some motivation to you, right? 384 hours. Okay. Macros while eating out. I've talked about this before. I'm usually not the best person to ask for this because typically when I eat out, I treat it as a cheat meal. So you can guess it that I don't eat out very often. However, there are times where I do eat out and I don't cheat. And in that case, what I always do is I find something that's protein rich. So it's either a fish like dish or a chicken dish or a steak. So I will always get a very protein strong food, and then I will get either like a baked potato added to that with butter or sour cream on the side, and usually some vegetables. Sometimes I get rice. The only thing I don't like about rice is I don't really know what they put in it. Sometimes it's cooked in a lot of butter. But a typical meal for me would be like fish, vegetables, and then I'll get like a potato added to it. Now the potato I don't know exactly, but I can look at it and I have a pretty good idea of what it is. Usually within 1 ounce as to what it is. But of course, if I'm not getting ready for something or there's no deadline, I'm not fussy if I eat, whatever, 10 or 20 extra grams of carbs or something like that. Or 30 for that matter in a day. If it's clean, if it's real food, I usually won't worry too much about it. But that's what I do. So I look for a dish that's got one protein strong food, a carbohydrate that's strong added to it. Usually potato, that's a good one to go for. Again, rice, I don't know what they put in it. It's hard to estimate rice, like it's not one that you can put on a plate and really estimate well, I find. And I'll get some vegetables with that. And again, maybe it'll be a salad too, and I'll get some salad dressing on the side. And when they put the salad dressing on the side, and I know what kind of salad dressing it is, I can make a good estimate as to how much fat I'm actually putting on, if I choose to use it at all. Usually what I'll do is I'll go with like real butter because that's a great source of fat. Isn't it weird to hear that real butter is a great source of fat? Because I grew up being told that butter was something we should avoid, but actually it's a great source of fat, real whole butter. And I'll put that on the potato. Or sometimes if I'm feeling, extra risky, I'll use sour cream or something. All right, so that's what I do when I'm eating out. And meats are always easy because, especially steak, because I'll tell you whether it's 6 ounce, 7 ounce, 8 ounce, that type of thing. So usually I'll go with like anywhere from a 6 to 8 ounce. All right, let's talk a little bit more on motivation. I know I did talk about this. And I know I did touch upon this, and so I hope I'm not really repeating myself, but really I wanted to say, I find for myself the most motivating thing is to see some results. Once I see some results, that makes me more motivated. However, there's been times where I haven't seen the results, and I'll give you a good example of this. In 2014, I did the Natural Nationals, and I came in and I really looked terrible. I looked terrible for that show. And to be honest with you, I'm not really proud to say this, I kind of dragged my heels on that show, and I kind of knew it, but I'm like, nah, I'm doing pretty good. And I was a little bit smaller during those days. I came into that show weighing 189, and I looked terrible. Wasn't in shape. Did the show, did terrible. I think I got 4th in that show. And so I came back home. I was pretty bummed for 24 hours, But you're going to get over it. Anyways, And I was like, what? Like, why? Like, what is going on? Why didn't I do well? And of course, I look at the photo and I'm like, well, I don't really look good. And then, the timer's so annoying. I can't shut it off. It's my dryer. Anyways, lost my train of thought. So, oh yeah. So anyways, I'm like, I know what happened. I was too concerned with my weight, and so I wanted to try to keep my weight higher because it's just like, as a bodybuilder, you kind of want to keep your weight higher because you feel like that's what's going to help you. But you really have to realize that in order to be in shape on stage, you got to be really, really tight on stage to actually look at, like, to create that illusion of being big. So, anyways, without really getting into that, I did a show 7 weeks later, and this was the non-tested nationals. I came in 14 pounds lighter, and I just really put myself, like, because I knew that I was dragging my heels. I was dragging my heels. I wasn't super diligent with my macros. I wasn't super diligent with my cardio. And it was like those 7 weeks after that show. No, it wasn't 7 weeks. It was 5 weeks. 5 weeks after that show. Yeah, 5 weeks I came down. Was it 14 pounds? 189, 176, 13 pounds. 13 pounds, yeah, 13. Well, for weigh-ins, I was actually 174. So, yeah, it was 15 pounds. Anyways, 15 pounds. I just really put my nose to the grind and was like, okay, I'm doing everything to a T so that I know. So, like, everything to a T. Like, everything. Like when I say my macros were 100% every day, they were 100% every day. Of course, it was a little more intense than what I would have you guys do. And I was doing like too much cardio. I was probably doing 2.5 hours per day. I was doing up to 3 hours a day. Yeah, I just went crazy. Not the best way to do it either, but I got emotional about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm coming in shape for this next show, and I did that. Anyways, my point was that, you know, I knew that I could see the results because I'd done it in the past, and I wanted to see more results, and I really wanted to get to the point that I wanted to get to. So once I started to see those results, it just motivated me more, and it keeps for me, it was the driver to really keep going, right? So look for some change, you know, and forget about the scale, and even forget about your scans. Although the scans, you know, aren't gonna lie, but photos are a great measure. I've had people in the challenge that, I have one person in particular that I can think of that lost about 13% of their body fat mass. So not bad, but, you know, certainly could have done much better. But whoa, the photos are like night and day. Like if the contest was based off of before and after photos, this was the winner, and this person lost 13% of their fat mass. So sometimes, you know, like, the scans don't show. The scans will show what you lost, but sometimes pictures just show that much more. So I'm going to really encourage you guys to do photos if you're not already. Even just the last 2 weeks, do some photos, and then just go really hard for 2 weeks, and then take some photos in, or do them every week. Do them now, do them, you know, 7 days from now, and then do them again. And you'll be surprised if you really put your nose to the grind what you could achieve. All right. Wow, I really rambled. All right. Message of the day. No, gratitude. Here is some gratitude for you. Gratitude for the week. This person says, I'm grateful for sunshine. Yeah, me too. Like, holy cow, does it ever make a difference? Especially for mood. Being able to see some changes happen. There you go. Increase in energy. Being able to see my son's soccer tournament. And finally, number 5, time with my sons. Thank you for that. All right. Message of the day. Compare. This is basically what I just talked about. Compare what you want with that, or with what you actually do. Compare what you want with what you actually do. I'm going to say it again. Compare what you want with what you actually do. Now, it does help if you've gone through this before and you've made some major changes and it's not happening now, and then you can compare those two things. But, you know, if you're not seeing the results you want to see, I know and you should know that you need to do more, like effectively, truly follow the pillars. Why does it have to tell me twice? So that thing goes off like 5 minutes before it ends, and then it tells me once it's about to go off, like once it's about to end. I don't need to know that. I don't need to know that. Anyways, compare what you want with what you actually do and be honest with yourself, okay? Be truly honest with yourself. Don't blame other things and don't think that it's not possible, because it surely is. It all lies in what you do every day. It lies in what you do every day. Not some days. Not sometimes. Not you had some good days. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You have to do things day in, day out, 100%, right? How's that for tonight? For a lecture. 16 days to go. Did I already mention there's a Fit in 10 sale? I did yesterday, right? Did I already do it in this video? I'm not sure. Fit in 10 sale, 50% off. 50, not 15. 50 if you buy the challenge, that is, you pay for it, before March 19th. Before March 19th, so you got 8 more days. All right? Guys, I will talk to you all very soon. Submit, commit, positive energy, positive vibe, give some gratitude for the love of God. Believe in yourself. I'll talk to you all very soon. That's it.